Greetings, Earthbound travelers. It's Saturday. That means it's time for Will of the Dice presents Sins of Blood. I'm Tyr the DM, he, him. I am the world's okayest DM, and I will be your guide through this cacophony of clusterfuckery that we call a campaign. Before we get going, we do have some announcements to make. First and foremost, we are for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Secondly, we are in no way, shape, form associated or affiliated with any TTRPG creators, publishers, and manufacturers. We're just a bunch of friends coming together to play our game and share that game with you. And finally, we do not in any way encourage the use of nicotine products such as cigarettes or vaping. It's not good for you. It's not healthy. Just because we do it doesn't mean you should. If you're looking to quit, we support you. The internet has tons of resources on quitting. But on the same token, if you're an adult and you do it because you like it, then, more power to you. You're an adult. Okay, Doc, not Doc, whatever the fuck your name is, Locke.
Locke Dice. Is that what you meant to say?
Yes.
Dice? Yes. Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark, and I'm going to talk to you tonight about our partners in this endeavor. Level Up Dice. Find purveyors of luxury dice for all your sexy dice needs. And look, I've told you about some stuff over the course of the last few weeks. There's still stuff for you to check out. Needless to say, there are spooky dice in varying levels of spookiness. There's full-on Halloween spooky dice. There's sort of spooky dice. And then there's like pastel goth dice. So the range is there. Go and check them out. And to do that, go through our portal because it makes us look good and you want us to look good. That portal is https://bit.ly/L, Will of the Dice, all one word. That's bit.ly/LUD, Will of the Dice. Also, we would like to thank the musicians who are providing music for tonight's show because it makes our experience better. It makes your experience better. And those musicians are Michael Gelfi, Kevin MacLeod, Jeff Farber, Dwergar, and our very own Patrick Taylor. Thanks, Pants!
Thanks, Peculiar Patrick.
Peculiar Patrick. I fell back to old habits. I'm very sorry. It's been a long day. I've been in a car for like 18 hours of the past 36. Hi guys. Coffee.
Coffee good. Greetings, gamers. It's Raph the Mad here to talk to you about Patreon. Please get onto our Patreon. Help support this channel. Help support this crew. On Patreon, if you go there and subscribe, you'll have access to After the Rolls, where we discuss the crazy fuckery that Tyr has done to us. We discuss how our characters are changing, what's going on. Why did Sarah suddenly become British all of a sudden? Find out. Get on Patreon. Subscribe to help support this channel.
Also, if you subscribe at the VIP level, we do merchandise giveaway every month. Our newest Patreon subscriber, Siri, won a mouse pad today. So, congratulations, Siri. I'm trying to figure out where I need to be in my box because I moved after I was adjusted.
Just stay where you're at. Is that?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Is this where you want to be?
Yes, this is where I want to be.
Okay, then go on, do whatever, and I will fix it.
All right, awesome. So yeah, congratulations. Come check out Patreon. Also, we have a YouTube's. If you missed the VOD, and it only stays on Twitch for 14 days. I have no control over that. That is a Twitch ingrained setting. I think once you reach partner, you can change it. But at our affiliate level, we are not allowed to change it. So you can go to the YouTubes and see what's going down with the Get Down. All right. As always, before we get started, our safe word is porcelain. And we are going to go ahead and do introductions because I got sidetracked and forgot to do them.
Greetings, gamers. As before, this is Raph the Mad. He, him. Tonight, I'll be playing the voice of Sarek the Blade. Also, he, him, who's starting to get really interested in the fact there might be another fan of the party besides Draft. He's not sure yet, though. I can be found at BLK Dragon 13,000 on Twitter.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, she, her, and tonight I'm going to be playing Nan, she, they. And Nan is a 5 foot tall elf in appearance, plain brown hair, plain brown eyes. She tends to wear clothing that doesn't quite fit right, a little loose on her, and she's very focused on her cartography. Wants everyone just to accept that she's a cartographer and nothing more. But her counterpart as Mina might be something. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Locke Clark, and tonight I'll be playing Lazarian, also known as Laz. Laz is 5'5", pale skin, mismatched colored eyes, vaguely half elven looking with white scars across their pale skin that, upon closer examination, appear to be some sort of script. They're developing an interesting relationship with some members of the party, some more than others. Yeah, I'm half brain dead. So I'm just gonna say you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H. Also, he, him, and they, them, respectively, me and Laz.
Hello, everyone. It's been a while. I caught a cold. It's great. But I'm here to play Draft Vitakin. If I can remember how to do his accent. It's been a minute. Draft is a he, him. Myself is a they, he. And Dreft is a member of the Angermore exchange program. He's from Angermore. He's looks like an elf, but he's really, 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 how many reallys can I say? Too many of them, pale. He has finally gotten in contact with his mistress after everything seems to have gone not to plan. However, I've been told that a certain box is back in our possession, so that makes things much more interesting. And you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hiya, this is Ames, and I am going to be the voice of Brika tonight. We are both she, her. Blah, I about said she, he. Brika is a 5 foot tall elf. She's got lavender pearly skin, indigo hair with 2 green acid streaks at the temples, and matching eyes, and she is always wearing her robe of eyes, which is a patchwork looking thing that is multicolored. It's kind of garish. You know, it's one of those things that's like, it's so it's just it's beautiful in its garishness, and it's covered in eyes that are always watching, even when you think Frika may be asleep. And you can find me over at LollyG50 on Twitter.
And as I said at the beginning of this, I'm Tyr the DM, the world's okayest DM. You can find me on Twitter at Tyr_the_DM. As always, tonight our safe word is porcelain. Yeah, that's where it goes. Right here. And do we have any last requests before we get started?
Not the face.
Hi, Mom.
It's not my fault.
When last we left the party, they had been lost in the swamp of Morning Solace. They had stumbled upon a detachment of Black Talon soldiers and a mage. Becoming victorious in combat, they found that the mage was carrying the box of transmutation. Finding the 6 vials of Hytherium they needed to pour into the well as they was instructed, they found the crypt of one Erebane Silver Oak, the first Emerald King. Solving the riddle, the great sword released from the statue and is now in the possession of Sarek the Blade. They then found on the back of the door that the door had preset destinations. Letting fate decide where they would go, they wound up in Talidegarios, fast traveling thanks to the DM from Port Hope to King's Steps. They made their way to the Flame Song Library, where they currently are. This is where our story resumes. And this is where we determine, have you been forsaken to the will of the dice? You find yourselves at the library. What do you want to do?
Where is the box? Which one of you has it? Just Out of curiosity, I just want to know.
My dear Draft, I do, since it seems to be least likely to affect me.
Oh, that's right. I'm having flashes of people not enjoying touching this box, I think. I don't know. It's been a wild trip, if you would say.
Yes. Currently working on research for our next steps. Tyr, while everyone's researching whatever they're researching, he's gonna start looking into what he can find out about the blade he picked up, Arabane's patients, and then see if there's any other related weaponry or cutlery that would go with the set in the histories or whatnot.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
A highly modified 20.
You do find a section in the Hall of Heroes dedicated to Arabane. There is a statue similar to the statue that you saw in the crypt. In the statue, he is holding the great sword. It's not a actual sword; it's just statue carved. You find that this sword is a sword that he forged by his own hand to unify the elven tribes under the banner of the Emerald King. And he called it his patience because when his patience ran out, it ran through. It was also the executioner weapon, as he believed he who gave the sentence gave the punishment.
Cool.
It is also said that he lived an extremely long time for an elf.
Interesting.
Draft will write on his piece of paper away from everyone else to make it seem like he's researching something, and then he'll take out his little piece of paper, write to his mistress that box acquired. Where do you want to meet?
Bigger fish, danger, will contact when safe.
May the darkness provide you safety and shelter. Period. And then he would like to do some research on the soul stones, more so. More of their history, if he can find any more of it.
So the history, I'll recap since what can be found in the general populous area has already been found.
Okay.
That they were 6 soul stones. They were created as a means to forever seal the Evernight, created by one Tristan Stormbringer. There was supposed to be a very large ceremony uniting the lands and together banishing Vashka. So the stones were given to Arabane, to King Thanos, and to Master. Oh shit! What was his name? Reedon. I believe that was his name. I don't have my.
I believe you gave us Master Eden of Glandamere.
Master Eden. It's supposed to be Reedon. So, Master Eden. That's what I went with. That's what I'll go with. The other 3, nobody knows what happened to them. The current legends say that all of the stones are gathered together in the Weirsif, that over time they have been found and put on display in the Weirsif in Glandamere.
Okay. Well, shit. Then Draft will just keep looking at books to make it look like he's doing something important then.
Nan is actively looking through maps and looking, since we've been told, no, wait. No, we weren't told that. That was the other group. But she is actively looking through maps. Specifically, she's looking for maps of the different kingdoms on each continent, trying to get basically like a general idea of where everything is, because people keep making mention of like the kingdom of Glandamere, which she knows, and Iron Sage, but she doesn't know where some of the other places they've heard mentioned are. So she's just going through maps.
Maps are easy to find, especially of modern day Iron Sage, Glandamere, of the cantons in Sharkandor. The only thing not mapped is all of the Ragnacarn Mountains and the Weeping Waste.
Fair.
Laz is going to go look for like high elven genealogies, and see if they can find anything about Lorelei. Laz has at this point no clue how long it's been. They know how long it's been roughly since they woke up, but they don't know how old those memories are. So they're going to go look and try and put a date to when that might have been, and then try and find any information on if Lorelei is still alive and where she might be now.
Okay, I'll go ahead and tell you, given the nature of this library will not have that information.
Okay, that's fine. But Laz,
so I'm not going to make you roll. I'll just go ahead and
Okay.
tell you.
Then if Laz comes up with Bubkiss there, Laz will then start going and looking like for information on magic weapons to see if there's any reference to any sword that seems to match Laz's sword, because Laz has no idea where it came from.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
That is an 18 plus 4, so 22.
I need everyone but Laz to earmuff.
Ooh, earmuffs.
It'll take some digging, but you will come across mention of a sword that bears similarities with yours. Supposedly the sword was forged by Illithid in the deep caverns in the Underdark. And then by happen chance came into the hands of mortals. Not a lot of detail, but enough to give an idea of origin.
Okay.
You cool if I bring people back?
Yeah, sure. That's more than I had before.
It's at this point that you will begin to hear bells ringing. There will be a great ruckus that you can hear from the outside. The sound of small explosions that, to the trained adventurers, would be fireworks.
Nan's going to duck under a desk.
Sarah's going to look around for a librarian helper or whatnot to see if you can ask what's going on.
Well, your bumbling friend Ellison is coming back through this way carrying a stack of books. Almost falls into you, but manages to catch themselves and upright themselves.
Yes. Hey, Ellison, my friend. What's going on outside?
Oh, it's the beginning of the Feast of Eversaints.
What's the sauce?
Oh, I forgot you all are not from around here. So this is the time of the Minotaur New Year. So they have the Feast of Eversaints. It is a huge celebrations, the coming of the new year, the harvest, good wishes of light and love. King Steps is always packed pilgrims and travelers and tourists. It'll be hard pressed to find a bed in this place by the end of the day. But the festival goes on for a week. There are games, there are food, celebrations, wine flows like water. It is a grand time to be had.
Sounds interesting. You say the inns will be sold out really quick soon.
Oh, yes.
Sarek eyes the rest of the party. We may want to adjourn with what we know for now and find rooms for the night and possibly come back in the morning if we need to.
That would seem prudent.
Hmm.
That's a good idea.
Here, Ellison, overhearing this, can I recommend the Rusty Anvil? It is clean, the food is good, and they have a fair price. If you tell the barkeep there, his name is Rusty. Get it? Rusty's Anvil? Yeah, I thought it's very humorous. He's a very humorous individual. That Ellison sent you, maybe he'll cut you a deal. Although the last time I was in, I did break several of his pottery. So maybe don't tell him that I sent you.
Well, thank you, good Ellison. I was going to ask if you had a recommendation. Where is this inn located at?
It is out the library, turn to your right, and walk until you see the sign.
Fair enough.
That should be simple.
Mm-hmm. What time do you open in the morning?
We're always open.
Oh, good.
Are the fireworks still going on here?
Yes.
Nan is under a desk, maybe peeking out at you guys.
As we start to leave to go to the inn, Laz turns to say something to Nan and realizes, are you quite all right down there?
What the hell was that noise?
Oh,
Things are exploding. I'm not going out there.
Oh, it's celebration. It's nothing to be worried about.
Why would you celebrate with such infernal noise?
Oh, wait till you see. It's more of a visual thing. The noise is secondary. Come, I'll show you.
You sure it's safe to come out?
Worry not. I will protect you.
Oh, all right. I seem to have knocked a few things on the floor. She'll pick up any maps that she's knocked onto the floor and her scurry to get under the desk and straighten them.
And then Laz offers a hand to help you out from under the desk.
She'll take it and get up. All right then. I'm just gonna stay close to all of you.
It's probably wise. It's going to be crowded.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Make sure your valuables are tucked away so they are not easily stolen.
There's not a lot of humans in this city, right?
Oh, yeah.
There are.
From what I've noticed, yeah.
Also a lot of minotaurs.
I'm all right with minotaurs.
Becca, my dear, are you ready to go?
Yes, you guys lead and I'll follow. Inn sounds better than sitting here and looking at stuff that I have no idea what we're looking for.
Fair enough. Sarek will go first since he's large. He can kind of break trail through the crowds.
I'll be behind Sarek.
Laz will put themselves behind Nan in order to watch and make sure that no one accosts Nan or anything untoward happens.
Bricky will be in the rear because she'll just say, hey, remember, I see everything, so don't worry, Nan. I'll see them before they get close.
The crowds are thick, throngs of people. Dancing, music is playing, drumming in the distance. It is a celebration. It is difficult to navigate through So what I need from each of you is a survival check to see if you can navigate this packed city without getting separated.
You said survival, right?
Yep. Brecky,
That is a 22.
Dreft,
23.
Laz,
18.
Nan,
21.
and Sarah.
14.
Walking along, Sarah breaking the crowds, giving you all the way through. 2 Minotaur females dressed in skimpy clothing, veils with bells and lace, veils over their faces. One each will grab Sarek's arm and begin dancing him into the crowd, him disappearing from your sight.
My, what a boisterous crowd. And he'll dance for, try and turn the dance around to get back to his friends, hopefully.
Oh dear. That can't be good.
Well, he knows that all we have to do is go down to the end of this. We just keep going this direction, right? He knows that. He could find the place. Draft's gonna keep walking. He has full confidence in his new friend that he can get back to us.
Brecky is going to actually remember the Wispinator and touch it and just be like, Sarek, just keep walking in the general direction that he told us.
I am working on it. I have some pleasant company. I'm going to dance for a few seconds so I can get away, hopefully. He will try to very gallantly and politely disengage at some point.
Give me a persuasion check.
A 21.
So after a few moments of dancing, with a flourish and a bow, you make your way, rejoining your group as you come to the large wooden sign, well worn, picture of a black anvil with spots of rust, and in baby blue letters, Rusty's Anvil.
Locky.
As Sarek rejoins us, Laz is just like, you do still have the box, yes?
I will do a pat down real quick.
You still have the box.
Why, yes. Shall we
Very
go
good.
inside before we get accosted again?
Let's.
Going in, you will see what looks to be a dwarf behind the counter, except they're clean shaven.
Sarek will take it all in with whatever else is going on in the inn, and then work his way up to the bar to acquire about rooms.
Ah, good master, what can I get for you this fine eve?
Greetings, my good sir. We need rooms for the night, if possible.
How many? The 5 of you. 5 rooms, eh? I got
You have
5
them.
left.
We'll take them. How much?
3 silver apiece.
Dinner and possibly a bath with that?
That'll be 4 silver apiece.
Done and done. And
Y'all in town for the celebration?
For a while at very least.
Laz will pay for everyone's rooms and food.
Well, thank you kindly, master. He will hand you the keys to your room. You all are on the top floor.
Perfect. After you, my good friends, and we'll be done later. Any place we should check out while we're in town for the next few days?
Oh, I wouldn't miss the party at the square tonight. Tonight's the opening ceremonies. It's going to be a hell of a good time.
Fair enough.
There'll be stout there that'll put hair on your chest, and he'll reach over and give Nan a pat on the arm in jest.
Nan will kind of freeze up at being touched.
Oh, easy, Missy. Didn't mean nothing by it. Oh, Rusty ain't got no harm intended towards nobody.
You have to excuse me. I'm just a little wary of strangers.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Say, Rusty, which room would be having the best looking for what did you call them earlier? The fireworks? Was that what you said? What they
Oh,
were?
these rooms ain't got no windows. Learned long ago, people would try to slip out without paying their dues, so we got rid of windows.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Ooh, that does beg a question. Where would be a good place to watch the fireworks from?
I'm telling you, Town Square.
We may have to check that out later. Shall we, my friends? We have rooms. Get settled in.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Head up to his room.
You will find the accommodations. They are 3 rooms on the left and 2 rooms on the right.
I'm taking
They
the
are-
right rooms.
Okay. They are identical. There's a bed and a table, and that is it. They are very simplistic, very sparse.
Considering our past accommodations, this will do just fine.
A real bed is always nicer than the ground.
And he will go and settle in for a few minutes and then go for a bath.
Laz makes sure to take a bed next to Nan's room, and then just goes in, leaving the door open to the room as they go in, and is just poking the bed, unsure of it.
What you doing?
You know, the bed, it's very soft.
Aye, most of them are.
It's, I'm not used to it.
Do you have memories of beds at all?
Not specifically of beds, no. There are a couple of glimpses that might involve a bed, but not specifically memories of sleeping in one. No, I didn't really have one. There weren't a lot of intact beds left at Gregorian when I found myself there, so I just sort of made do. I don't really sleep, so I'm not sure what to do with them, really.
They're soft. They're nice to sit on.
Laz turns around and sort of gingerly sits down. And sits almost very upright, very not relaxed at all, sitting on the bed. Is this how? Is this? I guess it's nice.
Nan will actually crack a bit of a smile. It's all right, friend. You'll find your comfort. You can try laying down on it if you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna go steal my gear.
Laz turns and lays down, and is a plank, just everything straight, feet together, arms at the sides, just staring at the ceiling. I don't know why people find this enjoyable.
Try relaxing your body. As Nan is leaving the room to go into hers.
Sarek will knock at your door there. Hey, Laz, you mind watching this while I hit the baths? And he's going to hand you the backpack with the box.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I absolutely. I will put it here. And Laz puts it under the bed and then continues to lay there very straight.
He's just going to archer one of his draconic eyebrows for a second and just smile and then walk over to Dreff's room and knock on Dreff's door.
Yeah.
Dreff, my boy, I have something for you. Could you store this for me for a while until I find another sheath for it? And he hands you his regular great sword +1, since he doesn't have a sheath for Arabane's patience yet.
Oh, yeah. I believe I can be able to stick this into my bag. Yeah. I can stick this into my bag, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah. Where is you had the box? Where's the box now?
I've left it with Laz while I go hit the baths. We've been on the road and even I can smell myself. It's time to freshen up, if you will.
That's fair. That's fair. Maybe I shall accompany you. I've never been to a big kind of. Is it like a public bath? Do you know, or is it just like a?
Not sure. Shall we find out?
Sure. Yeah. And he hastily stuffs your. You said it's a great sword +1.
Yes.
Cool. I'll add that to my
What's
bag of
Rika
holding.
doing?
Frika would have went into her room, shut the door, and well, yeah, she's engaged the lock. She is, you said it was sparsely furnished. Do they have a water pitcher or anything in the room as well as the bed and all that, or no?
No, just a bed and a table.
Okay. She's sat on the bed there for a little bit, but she is actually, for the first time, like, actually took off the robe of eyes while she's, like, stretched out on the bed. And she is currently, if somebody was to see her, they would think she's in a trance, but she's not really trancing. She is basically just in a deep meditative state. She's held it together the last couple of days, but a lot of the information they've been given, a lot of things that have been said to her, she is trying really hard to reach out to the only being of higher power that she's ever come in contact with in her life. And she just has one resounding question, and that's why.
You've not heard that voice since that fateful day. Even though you've tried to find it, it is not returned. You will hear that voice again. A single word, danger, as you feel air thud in your room, as if a great door had been slammed.
She's going to sit up and actually jump up, reaching for the robe of eyes to try to put it back on. As she looked, is she able to see anything else in the room with her?
As you grab the robe of eyes, throwing it back on, you see 2 drow, male, short swords in hand. It's time to come home.
She's going to tap the Wispinator, but she's also going, she's yelling, so apologies. This is, she's just going to yell at the top of her lungs, run.
And at that point, I need everyone to roll initiative and join me in Owlbear Rodeo.
Don't fuck me, Ustad. Helps if I have it.
All right, Laz.
19 plus 3 to 22.
Drift.
16.
Nan,
20.
Sarek,
9.
Brika,
That was a 13.
All right, Brika, one of the drow soldiers brings up a hand crossbow and fires at you. And we'll miss because my dice are on fire tonight. The second one will follow suit. And we'll also miss. That'll bring up Laz.
Okay. So Laz is going to. I'm gonna play this. I assume I know which room Brika went into,
I will say yes.
since I waited for Nan to pick a room before I chose a room. So, cool. Laz gets out of bed, grabs the pack with the box in it, because it's not leaving that unattended, and then we'll move out into the hallway. 30 feet gets me to about there. And then I'm going to use my action to call my sword to my hand. And then that's a bonus action. Yes. And then as a bonus action, I will Misty Step and appear right about there in front of the two.
Don't you have to see where you're going with Misty Step?
Do I have to see where I'm going? Let's find out. Oh, yeah, I do have to be able to see it. You're correct. Okay, I was there in the middle of the hallway. So I will Misty Step to the doorway and be there.
The door is shut and locked, so you can't go on the other side
Oh.
of it.
Well, all right then.
All right, is that your turn?
It would appear to be my turn.
All right, Nan, you're up with Drift on deck.
Nan is going to open her door and peek into the hallway, trying to see what's going on, and hit the Wispinator. What's happening? That's it. It's her turn.
All right, that'll bring up Drift.
Drift is going to use his movement to go to the door, to his door, then get to the door right next to Laz. He's going to cast Shadow Blade as a bonus action. And then is going to attack the door with the sword.
All right.
Where'd it go? Oh, okay, I guess. How do I do that? It just gives me damage. It does not give me... Okay, I'm proficient at it. So I add my proficiency bonus to whatever that is. It's finesse, so it's dexterity. With my proficiency bonus, it'll be 21.
That'll hit.
Without any extra numbers. Okay, so it'll deal... Oh, wow, I guess I have to actually deal real damage to the door, but I deal 15 psychic damage to the door.
The door stands unmoving. But it feels really bad about itself.
As it should. And then he's just gonna curse under his breath and be like, I should have thought of something better. And that's my turn.
All right, Brika.
In response to Nan, she's gonna Wispinator again. She's just gonna say run, and then she is going to cast level 2 Dissonant Whispers at. We'll go with number 2. And that's a 15 wisdom save, please.
That is a 5. I rolled a 5.
Woo! And just so everybody knows, we're rolling our beautiful puck dice because it's 4d6s. And 2 of them are 6s, which is awesome. So 12, 13, 12, 15. That will be 18 points of damage.
Okay. Does that have any other effect to it?
Oh, shoot. Hold on a minute. Yeah, on a failed save, 3d6. Yep. They also have to move as far away as they can, but not into obvious danger.
All right. Was that your turn?
After she just replied to Nan to run, and she cast Dissonant Whispers, when she casts it, her response to them saying it's time to go home is that what you offer was never home. You need to leave.
Okay. That'll bring up Sarek the Blade.
Seeing as the door seems to be barred, he's going to at first going to put his size, probably 15 or 16 foot, and shoulder into the door, trying to break it open.
All right. Give me an athletics check.
A 21.
Bust through the door. You will see Rika standing there, 2 crossbow bolts beside their head on the wall, and 2 drow males armed with hand crossbows and short swords.
I do believe she does not want you here. And I sense that's his action. He still has his move, correct?
Yep.
He's going to move up to and engage number 1.
All right.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Moving up to number 1. Number 1 comes right into you. First attack. Dirty 20.
That hits.
5 points of piercing damage. Plus 10 points of poison damage.
Ow.
Second attack. 21. 4 points of piercing damage. Are you fucking kidding me? 5 points of poison damage.
All right. Ow.
Number 2. How long does Dissonant Whispers last?
I think it's the end of the turn. Hold on a minute. On a successful save. It doesn't say. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allow away from you. The creature doesn't move, and obviously ground. It doesn't say.
So that means it's over at the end of the turn.
It says at the very top. It just says duration is instantaneous. So yeah, it must be till the end of the turn.
Number 2 rolls up on you. When they do, your tattoo begins to glow brightly.
So they would everybody would see it through the veil.
They see a blue glow coming through the veil. First swing. Six points of damage.
Kate.
With 7 points of poison damage.
Damn.
Second swing misses. That dice goes into timeout.
No, keep that one.
I like that die.
We like that die.
All right,
That's a good die. Oh yes. All right. So cool. Cool. Do movement. Laz is bonus action. I cast Spirit Shroud.
Okay, what does that do?
You call forth spirits of the dead, which flit around you for the spell's duration. The duration is up to 1 minute. It's a concentration spell. The spirits are intangible and invulnerable until the spell ends. Any attack you make deals 1d8 extra damage when you hit a creature within 10 feet of you. This damage is radiant, necrotic, or cold, your choice. When you cast the spell, any creature that takes this damage can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn. In addition, any creature of your choice that you can see that starts its turn within 10 feet of you has its speed reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. And then at higher levels, it does other things. The damage increases. So, and I'm casting that at 3rd level because I have no choice. But 3rd level doesn't get me anything bonus cool out of it. So that is my bonus action. And then I'm going to take my movement. Will feet get to there, puts me there, and let me check some quick. It is that worth in this situation? Are they together? They are. Okay. So that doesn't do me any good. So I am just going to attack the one that is on Brika with my sword.
Okay.
And I get advantage because I'm flanking. Yes.
You have to move up to be flanking. You have to be engaged.
Oh, I meant to be engaged. Sorry, then. There, how's that? Is that better?
That's better. Thank you.
Okay. That is a 19 plus 9 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. We'll do 1d8 plus 8. So that is 11 points of slashing damage, 11 points of psychic damage, and 4 points of radiant.
All right.
Nice.
Is that your turn?
Let me. I believe that is my turn. Just want to double check one thing real quick. That say starts with it. Okay, so yeah, yes, that's my turn.
All right, cool. Who do I want to roll it? Laz, roll a d4.
One.
All right. All right. That'll bring up Nan.
Anybody who can hear the hallway can hear Nan going, no, no, no. And her eyes will go white. She'll be shifted into a brown bear as she charges across the hallway. She has enough movement as a bear. She'll charge straight through the door, through the hallway, kind of brushing past Dreft, ending up next to Brika. And since that is my movement in action, that is my turn.
All right, that'll bring up Drift.
Drift would know which room is. Wait. Would Drift be able to tell that Laz has the backpack on him with the box in it?
Give me a perception check. At disadvantage because his back is to you, or he's facing you, so you can't see his back.
But he was next to me in the hallway. That's what I meant. But that's okay.
Okay, then just standard perception.
Okay. Then where did it go? That will be an 18.
Yeah.
Okay. Drift is going to dismiss the Shadow Blade and honestly just lean against the doorway and watch everything, because he knows that there might be a little too many people in this tiny room, and him being in there is just going to make it more crowded. So his reaction, he'll hold his action to help by throwing a dagger at number 2 if it seems that number 2 attacks Brika.
Okay.
But that's what he does.
All right, Brika.
Alright. She is going to cast... Third level Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay.
It's going to be a 15 intelligence save.
That is a 19.
Damn it. So you're going to take half damage. You don't have to worry about the other effects. Alright. That will be 9 points of psychic damage.
All right. That'll bring up... Is that your turn? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's it for her.
Okay. That'll bring up Sarek.
Having felt the poison on the blade of his opponent, he's going to use this object interaction to draw Arabane's patience as he's lost his, and he's going to full-on attack his opponent with 2 attacks with that.
Okay.
Uh, 17 hit.
17 does not hit.
Almost. How about a dirty 30?
30 hits? How the hell did you get 30?
I got a plus 11 to hit, and I rolled a 19.
That'll do it.
For 15 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And that'll be his turn.
All right. Number 1 will take an attack of opportunity from you, Zarek, as he moves. Which way is he moving? Here.
Uh, 19?
They will use their reaction to parry, adding 3 to their AC, causing you to miss.
Dirty pool. Dirty pool.
Then we'll fire with their hand crossbow at Nan. Okay, that is an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits the bear.
Okay, so first let me do the damage. That is 7 points of piercing damage. Now I need a DC 13 con check from the bear.
Okay. You said con. That is 14.
And that's using the bear stats?
That's using the bear stats.
All right. You are safe. You do not fall asleep. Let's see. Number 2 spins on Laz. First blade strike. Dirty 20.
That'll hit.
That'll be 5 points of slashing. $17 points of poison.
Being resistant to poison doesn't stop me from taking poison damage. Right?
That is, you'll
It
take
just gives
half.
me- Okay. So half of 17 is the 8.
8, yeah.
8 and 5 is 13.
All right. So that is 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll be 5 points of slashing. I'll reduce that by half, so 4 points of poison.
All right.
Dreft. You will hear a sound,
Mm.
a thumping behind you. As the countdown clock that Laz rolled comes to an end and the reinforcement arrives.
Oh, well, hello, Sarah, beautiful.
It is now Laz's turn.
Okay. What are we gonna do, Bug? I'm gonna lay into to number 2 again. You know what? I'm gonna, since they just hit me, I'm gonna bonus action Hexblade's Curse on them, and then I'm going to attack them with my sword again. Oh yeah. Raise the roof, Zoe. Raise the roof. That's a nat 20. So that's gonna be all of them. Do math. So that is 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 8 is 20 points of slashing damage. I'm sorry, 22 points of slashing damage. 12, 15, 17 points of psychic damage, and 6, 8 is 14 points of radiant damage.
He looks hurt. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. Nan.
Bear Nan is going to move into number 2 there, who was attacking Brika. And the bear makes 2 attacks, one with the bite, one with the claw. So first, she'll attempt to bite. Is that? That's a 14 on the die, plus 4, 18.
They will use their reaction to parry, causing the bite to miss.
All right. So then claw. What is that? That's a 17 plus 4.
That hits.
Okay. Sorry. I love that die, but a couple of the numbers are hard to read. So that's 2d4 plus 2 damage. 9 points of slashing damage from the claws. And that's my turn.
All right. Draft, you're up.
Extending his hand out as he has done before, and speaking in Infernal, a puff of green cloud will come out, and he casts cantrip Poison Spray. Needs to make a con save 15.
All right. I'm going to use this die. It's been good so far. That is a 9. That is not good.
Hell yeah, we love it. He will take 9 poison damage. Sorry.
All right. He takes the poison damage, coughing and spluttering. Is that your turn?
With the rest of his movement, he's gonna go back into his room, hoping that this drow will follow him. He's gonna go around the corner and to his bag in his room so that he may object interact, pull his glaive out.
All right. That'll bring up Drika.
She is going to cast 2nd level Chaos Bolt. Alright, so does a dirty 20 hit?
Dirty 20 hits.
Yay! Alright. Alright, and this is going to be for Sunda damage. That's 14.
How much?
Sorry, it's 2d8 plus a 1d6, so it's 18 points of thunder damage.
That'll rock him. His stance is not as crisp as it was. They look hurt.
Is
that your turn?
Yes, when she casts that, it's basically going to explode from her hands as she yells at both of these drow. I told you to leave right when the thunder damage hits.
All right, excellent. Sarek, you're up.
Sarek is just going to step forward and wade into number 1 with 2 attacks. $24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
11 points slashing.
All
18.
right. Parry.
Jerk. Yeah,
Your
I'll
turn.
put that down with counter spells, those spells I don't like.
Number 1 will slide up, taking one swing at Laz and then one swing at you. The one swing at you first, Sarek.
Oh, just as a note, number 1 there, his movement is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
I choose him. He
All
started
right,
within
that's
10
cool.
feet of me, so yeah.
21
Now
to
that
hit.
That hits.
And I have made him, let me mark him with a yellow ring to denote he is slowed, or he's 10 feet off his movement.
Yep.
Okay, that is 7 points of slashing damage. $17 points of poison damage. Swinging at you, Laz.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, my friend.
Uh-huh. All right.
That's 12 points of slashing damage. Poison is not doubled. 9 points of poison damage, reduced to 4.
All right.
Number
Laz is not
3
looking great.
is going to walk down here and is going to fire a hand crossbow bolt at you, Drift. That is a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
All right, that is 7 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Are you trying to put me to sleep because I am an elf?
It's poison. It's not magic.
It's okay. That's fair. You said con save?
Yep.
That's 11.
Okay, so you did not get knocked unconscious, but you will take 10 points of poison damage. Unless you're resistant like
No,
Laz is.
just necrotic damage.
All right, that'll bring up Laz.
Yeah, Laz is gonna double check something real quick because I don't. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Good. All right. Yeah. Swinging for the fences. Oh wait. Oh wait. They're together now. No, I take that back. I mean, I am swinging, but in addition to that, I am casting Green Flame Blade. So I brandish my weapon as part of the spell casting and swing it at the target, dealing the weapon's normal damage. And then green fire jumps to another target within 5 feet of the target. Now that they are this close together, that will work, and I will hit both of them.
All right.
Hopefully. All right, so attacking number 1. That is 15 plus 9, I believe.
That will hit.
9, yes. All right, so now number 1 takes all of that, which is 8 and 6 is 14 points of slashing damage. No, I'm sorry. He is Hexblade's cursed. 16 points of slashing damage. He takes a whopping 3 points of psychic damage. And he takes 7 points of radiant damage. And then the other guy gets 8 plus 5 is 13 points of fire damage from the green flame blade.
And that will drop number 2. They will collapse in a heap.
Cool. They drop, and I get, because they were cursed, I get 9 hit points. Woof.
All right.
All
Is
right.
that your turn?
That is my turn.
Nan.
Thinking about the size of the bear, I don't think Nan can attack from between Sarek and Laz there. And unless something has happened to draw her attention to the one in the hallway, I don't think she knows the one in the hallway is there.
What's the bear's passive perception, does it say?
Passive perception is 13 for the bear.
All right. I'm going to roll to see if you smell the other drow.
I have advantage on smell things. Just saying.
Its concealment did not work, so you do smell the other drow.
All right. In that case, Nan's gonna turn, charge at drow number 3, and start with the bite.
Hell yeah.
$21.
Parry.
Ah. Then using the claw. Oh, I don't know if 18 will hit.
18 just hits.
Oh, sweet. All right, so that's the 2d4. Six points of slashing from the claw.
All right, is that your turn?
That's Nan's turn.
All right, Dreft.
Jeff is going to use his movement and stop when he gets within reach, which is 10 feet to the one drow that is now engaged with Nan and is going to attack it. 18.
18 hits because he done used his parry.
Hell yeah. And we're using it with 2 hands here. So it'll... Or wait, does it get that? No. It just gets the 1. It doesn't have that. So that'll be for 10 slashing damage.
All right. Is that your turn?
And as a bonus action, I am going to use my Blessing of the Shadow Queen and basically bamf behind it, engaged with it, like so.
All
So
right.
that
That is
Nan
considered
can get
engaged
flanked.
because of your reach.
Yep. And so that Nan can get flanking. And that
Alright.
will be my turn.
All right. That'll bring up Brika. You're muted if you're talking, Ames.
Oh. Alright, she is going to do level 2 Chaos Bolt again. Does a 23 hit?
23 hits.
Okay. I'm sorry, she's casting at number 1.
I figured.
But, you know. Just a second. Where did my other one go? Alright. Alright, so this time it is lightning damage for 22 points.
Damn it. That is just enough. And number 1 drops.
Hell yeah.
She's gonna spit. She's gonna spit on number 2. That's still at her feet, right? Because they were.
Right.
She's gonna spit on that one, and before turning towards the doorway, she's not moving. She's just turning around, but she's gonna spit on the one, and I told you to fucking leave. Carry a message to the house. I said fuck you. And she's gonna turn towards the doorway, and that's her turn.
All right. Sarek.
Seeing his opponent drop, he is going to look around for other fighting and observe number 3. But with Nan blocking the door, all he can do is move up behind them at this point.
Yeah, sorry, there's a big old bear ass in the door.
Bear
It's like-
ass.
All right.
Just
Is
have
that
your
your
bear
turn?
ass out.
I think at this point, yes.
All right. Number 3 will take the attack of opportunity as he moves back from both Sarek and from Ren and Dreft.
So on my screen he's still within 10, so I think it would just be for Nan. Just
Okay.
being honor Cody here.
Thank you for that, Nan. Go ahead and make your
Now with the opportunity attack, it's just one or the other, not both, right?
correct.
So we're gonna take a swipe at him. That's an 18 on the die, plus 4,
That'll hit.
22. And I did say swipe, so we're using claw. Three and 3 plus 2, so that's 8. 8 points of slashing.
All right. He's going to fire his crossbow at you, Nan. That is a natural 20.
Oh no.
So first, $16 points of piercing damage.
Give me just a second to math, because I have to calculate Bear's hit points, my hit points.
Yep.
because that will force Nan to shift back into her form. All right.
All right. That'll be 15 points of poison damage.
Ow.
And I need a Constitution saving throw.
It's like, all right, we get it. You're tough, dude. Damn.
10.
You're fine. You didn't fall unconscious.
Yay.
All right. We'll bring up Laz.
Cool. All right. I mean, Laz is slight of build. I don't suppose there's any chance that Laz can slip out the door.
Yeah, she's no longer a bear.
Oh, right. Yeah, not a big bear. So yeah, 10 feet, and that's another 10 feet. So yeah, with 20 feet, I can go. I can go up to here, past Cyric, and then out the door, and over to this guy. And I've got a little more movement, so I'll move around, so that I am flanking with Dreft. And and I will go snickety snack. And that is 12 plus 9 is the 21 blackjack.
Parry.
Okay. I think that's it for me.
All right. Nan.
Am I able to, by looking at him, am I able to tell how hurt Laz looks?
You could make a perception check, but that would be your action.
Okay. Trying to remember if she saw him get hit. I'm pretty sure she had seen him get hit, because she would have been facing him when he got hit in the room. Yeah, Nan is going to cast a bonus action healing word
Okay.
for Laz. 4 plus 4, that's 8 points of healing for Laz.
Woohoo!
Why not? Just gonna pull the dagger off the belt and chuck it at this guy. Not her strong suit, but you know.
Well, you can't parry it, so
19.
19 hits.
4 points of damage from the dagger.
All right. Is that your turn?
That'll be your turn.
All right, Drift, you're up.
Dreft is going to take another swing with his glaive.
All right. You have advantage because you're flanking.
That is a 10.
10 will miss.
And that is my action.
All right, Brika. Are you muted again, Brika?
Yeah. She's going to basically like shuffle a little bit so she gets a clear shot. She's got at least a visual of number 3, and we're going to do level 1 Chaos Bolt.
All right.
1 second. Alright. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Yay! Alright. Okay. So that's going to be... Alright, so fire damage for... 6, 9... 14 points.
All right. Woof! Chaos Bolt slamming in between, knocking it, staggering a little bit. It looks hurt. Sarek, you're up.
Seeing as Laz has kind of made a hole around Nan, he's going to step through and just step into number 3 and wade in with 2 swings with his sword. $18
Hits.
for 10 points of slashing damage. 27
That hits.
for 14 points of slashing damage.
How do you want to do it? That's right. I stole Matt Mercer's line. I don't care.
He's going to just bring the sword down in a cross slash from his shoulder down to the other side, just slashing into him, cutting him pretty much from the torso over.
And he falls in a heap.
Sarek, you said something about a bath?
I might need a surgeon before that. That hurt just a bit.
Brika. The tattoo is still glowing. Y'all will see a glow coming from beneath Brika's veil.
Is it painful at all? Is it like, does it burn when it's lit up or anything?
It does not.
It's
But
just,
it is glowing.
but it's just blue. She's just gonna kind of crumple there on the side of the bed, and she is what sound probably to everybody there. It's gonna sound like gibberish. She's speaking in Undercommon. And she's just shaking her head and crying. And as she cries, not only is this mark under her veil glowing in its very bright blue light, anywhere her tears are tracking, her skin actually becomes it's not glowing, but that lavender becomes shimmery. There's a shimmer to it. And she's going to look up from where she's sitting on the edge of the bed, out that doorway where some of you guys are in the hallway, and I told you to run. This is why I can't be here.
Brika, we do not abandon a friend when they are in danger.
She's
Would you have
Go ahead.
abandoned us?
It's funny you ask that, because to be honest, I'm more dangerous being around anyone than I am if I leave, so I probably would have left. And as she's talking, she's just pulling the veil off, and she's just gonna kind of hold it. And as the veil comes off, you'll see a very black, very dark V brand on her left cheek that has scroll work coming off on either side. Some of us don't have our own lives. Some of us only have a life that we got because we were able, in a moment, don't know why, but to break out. And it's not really life, but it's better than being stuck in somebody's prison.
Laz kneels down next to Brika. I literally crawled out of a grave. I understand. Some of us were not given a whole life. We took what we were able to grab. Yes?
I understand that pretty well.
Mm.
There'll be more of them.
And we will dispatch them. We must, as we were told, grow strong. Strong enough that they cannot hurt you. Yes?
You're right.
And Laz reaches up and touches the cheek that's not got the brand on it. We will get through this. Together.
Mhm.
And Laz
For the
glances
record, it's a
back.
tattoo, not a brand, just to clarify.
Laz glances back over their shoulder at everyone else in the room. All of us, right? Together.
Sarek will limp into the room. My dear Brika, this is the first time I've had people chasing us, or chasing me, nor it will be the last. As he holds up his hand and we see the tattoo that was branded upon us from the branding ceremony. We are bonded, and what person would I be to leave a bondsman, a comrade at arms on the field in their time of need? Does not matter. We'll be here for you as needed.
Just for clarification, who was it that I just killed?
They're drow.
No, I caught that, but why are they chasing you? I see you have a
You're-
V on your face. You have to remember that I'm not from this plane. I have no idea of these
And-
arguments or pettiness that just goes on between you creatures.
I can only tell you what I know, which is they captured me when I was a small child. They've had me since for as long as I can remember. Me and a handful of others were kept in absolute silence. And the name of the House of the Drow tier.
Vatuk.
No, I thought that was the god.
Oh, the House of the Drow.
Yeah.
That is the Kasharom.
Kasharom was the family or the house, and this mark, whatever it is, magical, it never goes away. I can't get rid of it. It's for Vakush, which is their god.
Can I have a history check to see if any of those names mean anything to me?
Yeah, go ahead.
19?
Vatuk would ring a bell. Vatuk is depicted as a four-armed elephant carrying wings or weapons of torture and sorrow. They are a god of pettiness and delight in the pain of others. They are the sole deity of the City of Bones, the underground drow city where they have forsaken the ways of the drow that live above the surface, seeking to find their way beneath and dwell in their petty lives.
Well, that's some serious stuff that you have tattooed on you, son.
It was not
Well-
by choice.
I can imagine. Okay.
You guys will also notice when she does finally lift her head, even around at her neck, there is the rub scarring from having on a heavy collar, like something metal, not just leather. So she's got the rub scar that goes all the way around the neck.
It is at this time you will hear footsteps ascending the stairs. Armored footsteps, almost as if marching. What's all this then? As 7 armored Minotaur appear, wearing the armor of the royal house, spears and shields in hands.
As Sarek had come into the room to talk to Brika, Nan had just casually laid a hand on his back and cast a Cure Wounds.
All right, how much does he get back?
Hold on. That's +4. That's 7 + 4. So 11.
Thank you.
Laz will step out into the hallway, keeping their sword down at their side, but still visible. Why don't you tell us? We rented rooms in this inn and were accosted. We were attacked in our rooms that we paid for. We were assured they would be safe. These foul creatures have attacked us.
One of the Minotaur will step in between the two in the front to assess the drow. They will begin speaking in Minotaur. Does anyone speak Minotaur? They will discuss for several minutes. All right. Then they will notice Brika. All right. You lot are coming with us for questions. We got to get this clarified.
We are the victims here.
Well, if that's the case, then our commanding officer will be able to soothe that out, and you'll be on your way in no time. Do you have something to hide?
I mean, I have plenty of things to... Lots of things that aren't your business. But nothing involving these. And Laz kicks one of the dead bodies.
We can do this peaceful like. I would much rather it be peaceful. These things happen, dust-ups happen, but we got to take you to our commanding officer.
Very well. But be careful when collecting their weapons. They were poisoned.
Good
Are you
officers.
going to go or are you going to resist?
Good officers, will you at least let me put my weapon away and grab my bag?
Go ahead.
No funny business.
No, you can even watch me. My door is right over here. You can watch me do everything that I need to do.
Is her tattoo, is her mark still glowing?
Oh, yeah.
She's gonna put the veil back on and pull her hood up, but she'll say, but she'll kind of like, walk up wherever the Minotaur want her. But yeah,
Drift will do exactly what he said he was going to do, which is go and put his very long glaive into this tiny little bag and sling his bag over himself.
Laz takes their sword and reverse Kylo Ren's it. I guess reverse Ben Solo's it. Just takes it and puts it behind their back. As if it's sheathed back there, but there's no sheath.
Nan?
Nan has had her head down as her eyes were still glowing as Asmina was still in charge. Realizing that this might not go well, Asmina will release control to Nan. And Nan is now just standing there looking very afraid and unsure. Also trembling a little bit. She's got like a crossbow bolt in her shoulder.
Excuse me. Is it all right if I tend to my friend's wounds before we leave?
We'll manage all that once we get to headquarters. We're wasting time.
How would you like it if someone left a crossbow quarrel in your shoulder and made you march across? Well, that's fine for you, but look at her. She's a cartographer. She's not even a warrior.
Give me a persuasion check.
Don't fuck me, Ustad. lowest odd. That's not great. Persuasion. Do I even? Oh, I'm good at that skill though. That is a 14.
The Minotaur will walk over to Nan, grab the crossbow bolt, and yank.
Nan will faint.
Laz will attempt to catch Nan.
Give me a dex check.
12 plus 3 is 15.
Yep, that's good.
Brute! How dare you?
We said we would go. Just.
It is at this time a stone will glow on the Minotaur's belt. Again, no one speaks Minotaur, correct?
Correct.
The Minotaur in question will stop, arch an eyebrow, and begin counting you. All right, yeah, we've got some questions. Come along, come along.
What is it with us being counted? Everywhere we go.
Should we gather our things and come then? I doubt we'll be coming back here tonight.
Sarek, can you? I'm not. Strength really isn't my thing. I would
I will. If you grab my bag to my room, I'll carry.
certainly. I'll go get Sarek's bag while Sarek carries Nan.
The guards form around you. They are just pressing through the throngs of people, using their shields to just push people out of the way. You pass the constable station. And you keep going.
My good constable, where are we going?
To the palace.
Interesting.
As you're going, bells will begin to ring. Not joyous like before. Ominous, deep ringing bells, as you will begin to hear explosions, not that of fireworks, but of artillery. Glancing skyward, you will see airships beginning to explode. Debris falling into the crowd. People running, screaming, trying to trample each other, trying to get out of the way. The throng overcomes the shieldmen, and you are caught up in the wave. You have a choice. You can go with the wave or try to fight it. I will give you all a moment to discuss amongst yourselves what you would like to do.
Go with it.
We could go with it, but also putting it out there, Rika does have calm emotions, and we can use it in a 20-foot radius sphere.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, above table, we know that the rest that Bloodlines is at the palace.
Are they?
Wouldn't know.
Well, I mean, assuming that the timelines match up, that's where we left them. They were in the palace last we left them.
Yeah, but we don't know where we are timeline-wise right now.
It's true. It's true. I
would say
against.
and try and stick with the constables.
Yeah.
I'd say go with it. I'd rather not be arrested.
But
Who
there's
says
also
we're arrested?
but there's also the flip side that there might be some information we find out that helps us in what we're supposed to do next.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of feeling too. I think
All right.
All right. I need an answer.
I say we fight the wave. Stay with the constables.
All right.
Hey, Tyr, did we get a short rest at all during the day?
No.
Do we-
Damn. Okay.
Do we want to roll a dice?
I will follow the party at this point because I'm carrying Nan.
Let's say I think it's 4 for against the wave.
All right.
Democracy rules.
Athletics check. This will be a group check. So
Don't ask me to roll it.
everybody has to roll it.
I know. I was gonna say, don't let me roll for the group.
Do you want Nanda as well, even though she's being carried?
No, Nan is unconscious. All right, Bricky.
That's an 18 with a +0.
Dreft.
13.
Laz.
My +2 athletics is 0,
Me
but
too.
I rolled a nat 20.
And Raph.
Sarek rolled a 25.
That gives you an average of 15. If it meets, it beats. Working together with the constables, you're able to push your way through the throng as more explosions come. Now running across the cobblestones, the people spreading out and thinning as debris falls from the sky. You will see a carriage, a royal carriage, depart from the palace as you make the steps. And this is where we're going to take our break.
You bastard!
Bastard.
We're going to go ahead and take a break, take a few minutes, get our beverage of choice, some snickety snacks, do all that good stuff. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Make sure you hang out. Definitely appreciate it. And we are back. Sorry about that, folks. Tech gremlins hit. They happen. Patrick's laptop died. He had to do a quick switch out. So thankfully he's able to come back. Thank goodness you're back, Patrick.
Yay, Patrick!
Yay.
Before the break, some stuff happened. There was some a little bit of interaction in the library. Y'all got rooms. Drow attacked. Y'all found out that Brika is a Drow prisoner. They are tattooed, and the tattoo is glowing blue. The Minotaurs are escorting you to the palace, and shit's blowing up in the air. This is where we resume. Y'all are on the steps of the palace. What do you do?
Follow the guards since they were taking us somewhere.
As we're moving, I am watching for debris coming from the sky that might hit us.
It is coming close, but none has hit you so far. You're escorted up the steps. The guards that are standing guard at the door pause, almost ready to challenge entrance, but then allow you all through. You're led to a small room, sparsely furnished, where there is a Minotaur standing there, dressed in regal-like clothing, white fur, blue hair, and a small cloaked figure.
I do believe you have summoned us.
The small cloaked figure will step forward. Elf, 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 Dragonborn.
Sure.
That is quite reductive, but by appearance, yes.
Y'all were sent for the box of transmutation.
Yeah? And who are you? And how would you know that? And why did you say elf, 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 dragonborn?
There's a lot to assimilate and not a lot of time to do it, so only important questions will be asked or answered. The reason that I said elf, 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 dragonborn is because that was the description we were given to look for. Do you have the box?
Of transmutation? Yeah.
Excellent. Quickly, I need it.
Laz glances around at the others for confirmation that we should do this. Yeah.
The Minotaur will step forward. Forgive my young friend in his spiritedness. My name is Tarios Frostmane. I am king of the Minotaur Kingdom.
Greetings,
Yes.
Your Majesty. And he will bow, as is proper. Why are you being attacked?
War is coming. Eastern Teledegarios is assaulting us even as we speak. Time is limited to be able to get you to safety. I can tell you what I know. Vashka is on the precipice of being loosened. Lucius has one of the stones of power.
Oh.
That was quick.
And you know to look for us by that description how?
My daughter was one of the people that found the box of transmutation when looking for the Evernight.
I see. Anyone have objections to me handing it over to the king?
9.
Be warned, it is potent. If handled by a magic user, it will drain all of your power until you can rest. And I take the backpack off and present it.
They will take the backpack. This young, or not young, forgive me, my friend. This individual is Physic Fitzwindelman, professor at the University of Flamesong, studier of knowledge. Physic will step forward, throwing their hood back. Look, you all are in a prophecy, and that prophecy is now unfolding. And if it unfolds the wrong way, we're all going to die.
Yes, we've been hearing a lot about this prophecy, but depending on who tells it to us, it changes.
Lady Bianca was forced to do certain questionable things regarding you as well as my daughter's party in order to keep whomever the spy is within the Court of Circles from finding out where you are.
Ah. That makes a bit of sense, I suppose.
You must go to Iron Sage. There, you must try to find out what has happened to the Stone of Power.
Which one does Lucius have?
We don't. Oh, he has the Minotaur, the one from the Minotaur Crown. He has the Stone of Energy.
Wait, you had one of the stones. Interesting.
Wait, you had the stone. He's come here? You've seen Lucius?
Yes. His power is already returning. We believe he is headed to the Ragnarkarn Mountains next. We have sent a party there to try to intercept him. You are not known in Iron Sage, so it will be easier for you to make your way through the questionable areas to try to find out what happened to the stone.
Very well.
This does make some sense.
Tyr, has Nan started regaining consciousness yet?
Yes.
What's going on?
We are meeting with King.
Oh, look at Sarek. Would you mind setting me on my feet?
He will gently set you down on your feet and kind of keep his arm around you for a few seconds to make sure you're stable and steady before releasing you.
Reach up, touch the shoulder because it hurts like hell. Any chance you got a healer on hand?
We do have a Claire, and he will trail looking at you, Brika. He will point to his own cheek. We can get that removed. I've seen that before.
You know how to... I've tried everything.
Quick, we must walk and talk. And he will slam open the door, and literally, and as he does, he literally pushes the guards out of the way and begins walking.
Follow.
Yep,
Yes.
Brika follows.
Big follow.
You will see that Physic is riding on a silver disc that is floating with a handle to be able to keep pace with you. Physic will be the one talking. You see, long ago it was prophesied that there would be two groups of unlucky people. One of them would free Vashka from the Evernight. By her being freed for some amount of time, we don't know how long, they will wear a mortal coil. And the other group to come will be the ones to destroy them. We believe you are the group to destroy. Or are you the group to set free? Oh, I wish I had my notes with me. Either which way, the stones of power are in play, and we need to get those. If we can get the stones of power, we can lock the Evernight, and we don't have to worry about the prophecy becoming fulfilled. Because if the prophecy deviates, then it spirals into darkness, cataclysm, seas boiling, mountains falling, goats and wolves lying down with each other.
Dogs and cats living together in mass hysteria, yes.
Your Majesty, while we're talking, I assume Eastern Taladagas is coming to remove you from your.
They're going to try, but we have prepared.
So we are to Iron Sage to find the shadiest parts, to find the shadiest of stones.
Wait, Iron Sage.
Yes, it'll be a bit of a travel. So, what do you need the box for?
To make sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. It is still a powerful artifact.
And they can probably protect it better than we can with us being on the move.
See, that is my.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Patrick.
That is my concern. If we are to leave it here with you and you are about to be besieged and war is coming, then wouldn't it be more safe with the five of us?
Roll a persuasion check.
It's a 23.
That beats my two pair. Maybe they have a point, Physic. We can't risk it. And Physic will sigh, the sigh of losing something very powerful to study, and hand it back to you, Laz.
Yes, thank. Could you not right now? It's just a string of curse words over and over. She really doesn't like the Caius. Laz puts the backpack back on.
Y'all will enter a temple. Tarios will be calling out in very loud in Minotaur. Before long, a female Minotaur dressed in black robes, around their neck, the symbol of the red-eyed raven, the god of death, will appear. Your Majesty, the teleportation circle is prepared. Walking over to you, Brika, may I?
She'll nod.
She will take you, pull you close, and lick the side of your face where the tattoo is. Yes. I can remove this, but it will hurt.
They won't. Once it's gone, they can't use it to find me, though, correct?
Correct.
I want it gone.
I am more than happy to help. Hold on, I need to check something right quick.
It seems we're on the move again.
Doesn't say what the exact components is, so she will pull a pinch of powder from a belt and smear it on your face. It's sticking to where she had licked. Her other hand moving circles as her fingers waggles as she begins to speak in Minotaur. Pain will course through you as if fire running over your skin where it is. The powder will burn away, and as it does, the tattoo will dissolve. The curse has been broken, my child. Now quickly, follow me.
Laz is uncomfortably looking at the script scar tattoo things on their arm. Like, I don't want to be licked. I don't know what would happen if I lost these. Very uncomfortable.
Yeah, lads, are you trying to read what this says on your skin?
No, I was just thinking. I don't want that done to me.
That's fair. I feel like the whatever is holding you together will definitely come undone, and you will be like a loose thread on a sweater. You will just unravel. At least that's my theory.
Well, there's
Disconcerting.
one thing you don't want to see, and another thing I never thought I would see. How interesting. Yes, shall we? He's trying to catch up to what's going on still.
I need a dexterity save from everyone.
Whatever it is, Brika just failed it. I can guarantee.
All right, Rika.
That will be a 2.
Dreft.
14.
Laz.
19.
Nan.
12.
And Raph.
Sarek also got a 12.
Blinded. A flash of flame and fire, a bright light. Your ears are ringing as those of you that got below a 15 will take 18 points of damage. Laz, you'll take 9. 9.
Yeah, that rocks Sarek pretty good.
Yeah.
The hallway blown closed, debris everywhere, opening into the outside as you see remnants of an airship. The cleric that was leading you, dead under the rubble.
Is His Majesty still with us, or did he?
He left you with the cleric.
Well, are we okay? He's going to start looking around to assess damage for people.
I am worse for wear, but not unfunctional.
Brika's not good at all. Yeah. She basically would be almost passed out. She's at a 4.
Fair enough. Sarek's not looking very well at all. He's pretty hurt. Right. Is everyone okay? We just lost our guide.
They said something about a transportation circle. We need to find it before it is marred. Otherwise, it will be useless to us.
Yes, I agree. We need to get out of this war zone. I'm not sure we want to stick around for this.
Does any of you even know how to use the transportation circle?
I mean,
And what of our things? Weren't they back at the inn?
No, we grabbed them.
Nan hadn't grabbed hers.
oh. Do you really want to go back? Oh, well, you weren't really awake for it. There's an attack happening. Sky ships are falling. Going back would seem to be a bad idea. I'll buy you whatever you need.
You can't replace my maps in my map case? Literally everything I have is in my room. I've got nothing on me. Asmina threw my dagger. I don't even have that.
Oh dear.
I've got literally the clothes I'm wearing.
Oh, I'm sorry. He'll take his dagger and hand it to you. Do you need this?
No, I need my map case. It's got all my maps and everything in it. All my tools. My grandfather's cartography tools.
Draft is going
Alright.
to look like he's going to say something. His mouth open, his finger up, closes his mouth, puts his finger down, and looks for an exit.
There's one right beside you. The big
He'll-
hole that the ship made.
There's no other pathways or tunnels or anything.
No, the walkway y'all were headed down is completely caved in. The hallway y'all were in.
So let's
He'll-
go back.
He'll go over to the big hole and look out of it.
You see people running and screaming. It is chaos. Some people are looting. It is absolute pandemonium. But the explosions in the sky seem to have stopped.
How?
Okay. We have the Wispinators. How do we know how far away they work?
150.
And how
How-
far away did we travel to get here from the inn?
Several blocks.
Okay. Yes, we need to get Nan's things. And who?
Good lads.
Is
As
anyone else strong with arcane? Able to figure out the proper incantations? I know some theory about transportation circles. Could possibly figure it out if I see it.
Draft is going to very abruptly just like take Laz by the shoulders and be like, Laz, I am sorry to say this, but this plan that you're thinking of right now is not going to work because the tunnels that the teleportation circles through is gone. And he looks to
No.
Nan.
Wait,
Nan, I'm so very sorry, but I think your things may be gone regardless from what I have seen from the hole that has just been made. I think,
Here-
unfortunately, our best point is just to try and go out into this chaos, find a ship, and go to Iron Sage.
Cheer. You said the way we came from was caved in, but the way ahead.
No, the
was-
way you were going is caved in.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got that backwards. My bad.
Yeah,
Wha-
Ames?
While they're all talking, Rika was kind of going like this while they're talking. She's flipped her hood back. She's kind of sat there looking down for a second, and then she just says, "Fuck it." And she actually not only drops the hood, but drops the actual robe of eyes. She turns, hands it to Nan. She's just in a white shift. And it looks like there's something, as she turns, you can see something at the back of the shift. She hands Nan the robe and just says, "Y'all wait here for just a few minutes." And as she turns back around, from her back come out large wings that are like a lunar moth. They've got blue, like almost matching her hair. She's got blue veining along the top and through the wing itself, and then in the body of the wings is almost like bioluminescent green. It's yellow and they glow slightly, and she just says, "Wait here." She takes off and she flies towards the inn.
Okay. Flying towards the inn.
Oh,
The party
Why?
has split. This is never a bad idea.
I'm sorry, but did you all see that?
yes, very much.
I'm just making sure I'm not hallucinating.
So there was another Fae in the group.
Elves are fae.
Okay, are you guys wanting to do anything while we...
Go look for a way through the ship, maybe to the other side, or kind of keep you on the chaos, see if we can't find a way around back into the tunnel on the other side, or find another path.
Give me an investigation check.
Yes, I see. Draft. Take note of which direction we were heading. Maybe we can find a way to loop back around.
13.
You can see that looking down through the hole, everything from this point forward is demolished.
So the question becomes, do we turn around and go back and see if the king has another route? Or when Rika gets back, do we head out into the chaos and find our own way to Iron Sage?
Vote for option number 2.
Yes, it would seem the better option at this point.
He was mostly right. They shouldn't know us, most of us in Iron Sage. Maybe that is to our benefit. We can remain mostly anonymous.
You keep saying mostly.
I do.
You think there's a chance they'd know one of us?
He just gives you kind of a half smile.
She'll shrug in response.
So I rolled 5 times to see if Rika encountered any trouble getting there and back, and I never rolled higher than an 8. So yeah, you get there and back with no incident.
Haha. She comes back, she lands, she'll trade Nan her bag and stuff for her robe. And she's going to put the robe of eyes back on and kind of like adjust it a little and basically stand there like nothing just happened.
Nan's gonna thank you and hug her map case.
Okay then. We should get to the docks, find an intact ship. Try to make our way at least near to Iron Sage. Nan, now that you have maps, you can perhaps tell us when we find out where the ships are headed, which is closest to Iron Sage?
I'd need a map of Taladegarios to tell you which port is closest from here. Oh, Tyr. She was looking through maps of the different kingdoms, or the different continents, including Morton's Deep, while she was in the library. Would she have seen which coast, which port would be closest?
That'd be Port Bloodgut from Taladegarios. Now remember, y'all are in the King's Steps. Y'all are in the middle of the country, of the continent, of the island, whatever you want to call it. So right now, your options are to go west towards Port Hope, or south through the swamp towards Port Bloodgut.
No.
I looked through the maps when we were in the library. There's a port to the west, but it'd be kind of out of our way. We'd have to go all the way around the continent again once we were on ship. If we can go back through the swamp the way we got here, or the way we were headed coming here in the first place before the tree, Port Bloodgut would be the closest.
I'd almost say rather we go to Port Hope. I'd rather not trust the swamp again.
And for Theric.
Tyr,
Yes.
the ship that crashed, are there bodies on the ship?
Yes, there's bodies strewn everywhere.
I assume none of them are alive?
Nope.
Theric, I'd normally agree with you, but if this kingdom's under attack, perhaps going back into the swamp and away from this is our best bet.
They do
Laz-
have airships here we can try and hire out.
Yeah, I was going to say, Laz is looking up for airships that have not been destroyed.
None.
Oh.
So 'tis by land to one of the ports.
And back to the swamp, I assume.
But this time without stickbacks.
Look, I'm pretty sure from looking at the map that Port Hope was near where we came in the first place when we went through the door. And it took us a couple of days to get here. We'd have to walk a couple of days back to get back to Port Hope, to get out a ship and go around the continent and then across to Iron Sage. If we go back through the swamp to Bloodgut, it'll be shorter.
Oh, will it though? We'll have quicker travel time to Port Hope over decent land versus a slow travel through the swamp.
Perhaps the Druidess will give us favor again. Ease our passage. She seemed to like us last time.
Look, Sarek, I'm not exactly a brave soul. And if I'm telling you I'd rather the swamp than risking what's going on here, I'm not really sure what that says about me, to be honest.
Laz starts looking around for a carrot or a cart, something with horses.
Yes, you're correct, lads. I think first job is to get out of town and then maybe see where things are at once we're clear of this chaos.
19.
You do find a manure cart with donkey.
Well, it is not the most preferable of transportation, but it will move faster than walking, I suppose.
Maybe. I think we should just head out on foot to the edge of town and see what we find there for transport. It'll be easier to get through crowds and places without a cart or a horse. At least while we're in the city.
Sorry, buddy, I don't want to ride in a shit cart.
As you wish.
I can calm emotions around us, so it would make passage a little bit easier.
Yes, and hopefully less conspicuous. I think at this point we need to disappear.
At this point, y'all are seeing the chaos is lessening as troops are moving to what you can only assume. Sarek, you're trained. You've been in conflict after conflict. They're marching towards an enemy. They're marching with purpose.
The troops are going that way to engage the foe. I suggest we move the other way for now. I suggest we move soon. We can't stay here too much longer.
Which direction are the troops headed, Tyr?
They are headed east.
And to the west we go.
At least to the edge of the city. And he'll pull up his cloak over his head to try and conceal himself a little bit and start to step out.
All right. Is everyone following?
See.
Yep. Laz offers a hand to Nan, and then will take on the military bearing once again in very upright posture and begin walking with a purpose.
Nan's just going to hang on so she doesn't get separated.
It is absolute devastation. Where buildings once stood, there's just gaping craters. There's fire and thick smoke that hangs in the air, burning at your eyes and at the back of your throat with its acrid nature. There are bodies strewn haphazardly, some still moaning in pain, others far beyond that of this mortal world. Making your way, you find yourselves at the exit to King Steps. Here you can head south towards the mountain range and into the swamp, or west towards Port Hope.
Is there any transport available to us here?
No.
The edge of town?
There are people screaming and crying, people calling for loved ones, for children, for parents. It is an absolute throng of absolute utter chaos and devastation. There are troops trying to maintain order, but they are too few for the bodies that are coming. It is beyond a shadow of a doubt that Teledegarios is at war.
I agree with Nan. We should make for the swamp.
I'm fine with either way. We just need to choose a direction and go. Sitting around here, we're liable to get swept up in whatever else is coming.
Port Hope is still part of Teledegarios. If it is attacked, we might not find a ship there. Bloodgut is separate, at least.
I'm sorry, Sarek. Your idea for Port Hope is a good one, but I think I'm in with as much as I don't want to be back in the swamp. I think I am there for the swamp.
Sarek's not paying attention. You kind of look at Sarek, and he is got a very grim look on his face. Very sad and grim. And he's not paying attention to anything you're saying.
Sarek, he'll kind of nudge him a little bit.
Huh? Oh, yes. Shall we?
Yes, to the swamp. We're going to the swamp.
Then we are going to the swamp.
So we set off south.
Yep.
The King's Steps is built into the mountain with no name. So you don't have to climb up. You simply have to cross the top. Night is falling. The moon's shimmering high in the sky. What would be a beautiful night is clouded with smoke, almost blocking the moons at time. Fires, as far as the eye can see, lay beneath you. Even the small specks in the distance. You hear the morning bells, the cries of people. You are away. Night comes, and with it, it begins to snow.
Sarek will break trail then, and he'll keep going until someone stops him.
Nan will pull out her warm cloak from her bag and put it on and do her best to keep up.
Blanket plus prestidigitation equals heated blanket.
So
Laz
you're just gonna
doesn't.
keep going?
Yep. Laz does not seem to notice the cold.
Till someone stops him, he's going to keep going south, trying to break trail and find a way south. Until either he gets stopped or exhaustion takes him.
Hours will pass, and the first level of exhaustion will hit as you have walked well past midnight.
Sarek,
Everyone take a point of exhaustion, please.
Sarek.
Yes, Nan.
I can see that you're very focused. I'm sorry, but we're all hurt, and I can't speak for the others, but I'm absolutely spent. I don't think I can go much further at all.
He'll kind of come out of whatever cloud he's in and look around. Oh, I suppose, yes, you're correct. We should rest. Shall we look for a campsite? Just get off this main path.
We gotta do something. I'm sorry, I just can't keep pushing. I'm not a warrior. I'm not a soldier. I don't have it in me.
Fair enough. We shall look for a campsite then nearby, at least off the track. Maybe find some place to get it out of the snow. Or
I
at
do
least-
have
All right. Go
I
ahead.
do have a tent. If should we find a place, I have a 2-person tent in my bag.
All right, Sarah, give me a survival check with disadvantage because you have a point of exhaustion.
17 either way.
You find a clearing that will work lovely as a campsite.
Shall we use this? Settle in.
Seems perfect to me.
And he'll start. I guess we'll start setting camp.
It is cold. The snow is coming down in almost whiteout conditions. You're exhausted. It is a hard task to set up camp, but it's finally done. How many tents are there?
I have 1 2-person tent.
As long as we have a fire.
Is there enough kindling and wood around that we can try and build a fire?
Yeah, that's part of building the camp. I assumed you all built a
Okay.
fire.
Then I will use my druid craft to light the campfire. The eyes going white, letting Esmina take over because Nan is just too exhausted. She'll place her hands around the kindling and light it light.
Right, shall we at least nibble a bit of food and set a quick watch? We
Yeah,
should
yeah.
be safe for now, but soon, not so much.
Draft hands out the food.
The food is bitter. The taste of smoke coating everything as it is coated you. You all are covered in dirt and debris and smudges of smoke and soot. But it is filling. And as you eat, the adrenaline will leave and the weariness will set in.
I can take first watch and hopefully hold on. Let some of you get some rest.
I
I've-
do not actually require sleep as such. I will take the first. The rest of you should sleep.
Sarek is not going to argue, and he's just going to wrap up in his cloak as close to the fire as he can to stay warm and attempt to sleep.
Draft will thank Laz and go trance in the 2-person tent.
Nan's going to make sure her things are packed up and covered the best they can and take out her blanket, kind of put her blanket on over everything else to try to keep the snow off her as much as possible near the fire and try to rest.
Brika will as well, and Brika will reach out and kind of touch without touching Sarek where he's sitting, and same thing with Nan to prestidigitation their blankets. I mean, it's an hour, but hey.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, Laz.
Also, Laz Laz takes out their blanket and puts it over Nan. And that is a 14.
It's lucky that you don't require sleep, not like others do, because the exhaustion is so thick and heavy that even your eyes blur as you try to focus. You do not perceive any threats, but as exhausted as you are, you count half of it up to luck and hope. Time will pass and the snow will stop. The wind howling. The moon's drifting. The bells still ringing. Time passes. An hour, 2 hours. At what point are you waking someone up?
I wait 4 hours.
4 hours pass. Who do you wake?
I wake Brika.
Yes, yep. Yeah, get you some rest.
It has stopped snowing. There has been nothing unusual that I've noticed.
Okay.
Laz will just go take a seat cross-legged by the fire next to Nan, draping the cloak around them, and with their back to the fire, just sort of zone out, staring into the middle distance.
Brika, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Do I still have the exhaustion?
You tranced for 4 hours, so no.
Okay. So that means I get my advantage. Which I need on that roll. That's a 24. The advantage.
There's nothing around. It is absolutely desolate and deserted. There's not even the howl of the wolves tonight. Just those sorrowful morning bells ringing.
During your watch, Brika, Sarek will call out several times in his sleep.
When Sarek calls out, Brika's gonna kind of like kneel down beside him, and again she'll use prestidigitation to warm that 1 foot of his blanket, and I don't know if you'll allow me to, Tyr, but can she cast Calm Emotions? Will that work while somebody's sleeping?
Yeah, I'll allow it. What's the save against it?
15 charisma. Or you can choose to fail it.
You can't hear you.
I'm sorry, he fails either way, so.
Warmth from the prestidigitation. A soothing, calming presence washing over you, Sarek. That hell that you're living in coming to a calm.
Draft will come out. Draft will come out of his trance, roughly, and to some point of Brika's watch.
It's been quiet. There's been nothing but the bells. At least stopped snowing.
So that's a blessing, I suppose. Those bells are very sorrowful. So you're what, son? You have wings. I'm assuming that when they said Fae, they weren't specifically talking about me.
No, I think they were trying to flush you out.
I mean, it's news to me that that elves are fey, but I don't think they were talking about me.
No. I mean, and I didn't lie before when I told you I can only tell you what I know. And all I know is that I'm fairy, but I'm not like any other fairy that I've seen. And
So that's very fair.
she kind of looks down at, like, she kind of holds her hands out and she's looking, and again, she's pearlescent lavender, like lavender pearl skin that shimmers kind of slightly because before she had some makeup on that kind of covered the shimmer, but at this point the cow licked her, the minotaur licked her, so that's gone. And tears had took some of it away. And of course, and she's, indigo hair, and she's like, I'm like no fairy that was even imprisoned with me. So I'm fairy, but that's all I know.
That's fair. Well, Draft will extend his hand. It is wonderful to meet you finally at last in your true being.
She'll shake his hand. Don't know how great it'll be. We'll see if the drow still try to follow. They're tenacious.
They're tenacious, and they are easily cut down like everything else that we have faced.
The stars tell us pride cometh before a fall, friend.
What the DM
Right.
hears is harder combat.
Shh. Don't taunt the DM.
No pride here. I am just confident in our group. I have seen our skills. And there are still things held up some people's sleeves, I think. And he kind of eyes over to Laz sitting with his back to the fire.
Everybody has a right to their secrets. And they tell
That is true.
and they tell them in their own time.
This is true.
The bells will go silent.
I know that
The
doesn't
night
mean.
will pass.
God, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, when the bell stopped, she would have just sighed and been like, I know that means this isn't over, but thank God they're not peeling anymore.
Morning will come. You all may take a long rest.
And we get to have no more exhaustion, right?
Yeah, you got a long rest.
Yay!
It takes a long rest per point, so you only have 1 point.
Oh, okay. I feel much better now.
To the north of you, you see ruin as far as you can see. Even the giant statues of the gods that could be seen from the mountaintop are crumbled and destroyed. Sarek, you've been here before. Give me an insight check.
$14.
All right. You find it odd for some reason you can't put your finger on it, but seeing that the large statues are destroyed doesn't sit well.
These statues, it does not bode well. I do not think Talagaris is going to stand well in this fight. We should press on if we were going to break free before the war takes this land.
You all should eat something.
Nan sits up, kind of looks at the blankets that are on her, and clearly looks confused as to where the extra blanket came from.
Oh, I probably take that if you're done with it.
You put your blanket on me.
I didn't need it.
It's kind of you.
You had a rough day.
I'd say we all did.
Laz takes the blanket and rolls it up.
Nan will get up and try to stoke the fire and fiddle with that, trying to make sure it's warm enough to prepare breakfast and whatever the others might need.
Sarek will take his breakfast in silence and wait for everyone to be ready to move.
Brika will have brewed some tea. Again, her and Sarek have done night watch together, so she knows his affinity for tea. So she will have brewed some tea, and she will just kind of offer him a cup. And while she's holding the cup out, she's not gonna look at him. She's gonna be kind of looking down a little bit. And she goes, you were having nightmares, and I hope that you don't get upset, but I calmed your emotions because you needed your rest.
He'll give you a sad smile as he takes the tea. I appreciate that.
I hand out breakfast to everyone.
Brika will also offer anybody else that wants tea because she has in her mess kit she has a small teapot.
No, not coffee, but I suppose it will do. Thank you.
Nan will take some tea.
Yep. It's a hearty tea. Think like, Scottish breakfast. It's one of my favorites.
Well, Nan is sitting with the tea. She's going to kind of close her eyes a second, letting them go white. Hold her hand out and use Druidcraft to produce a sensory effect that predicts the weather in this location for the next 24 hours.
Snow.
She'll close her hand, letting it disappear, allowing her eyes to go back to brown. We'll be wanting to get down off this mountain. It's going to snow again.
Yes, and we have a long road ahead of us.
Is everyone all right this morning?
Much better.
Yeah, much better.
I know I haven't exactly been friendly with most of you. But we gotta look out for each other, right?
Indeed.
And she'll look at Brika, kind of not like hard eye, not direct, just kind of glancing your direction. Whatever your reasons, I understand needing to keep it to yourself.
Thank you. It was for my safety, but also the safety of others.
Everyone's got their reasons. Whether it's bullshit excuses or rabbit shit reasons. We've all got them.
That is very true.
Sarek will silently help whoever helped Dreft break camp, break down the tent so they get moving.
Nan will make sure the fire is put out.
Thank you, Sarek. Put the tent back into the bag.
And so, y'all will begin heading south. The weather once more snowing, the wind howling. I'll save yours and won't do the wind howl. Coming to a rocky cliff face, you can see down the green, lush canopy mixed with the dead. The outer ring of the swamp, green and lush, almost welcoming. The majority of it, though, dead and gnarly. Knowing that's where you're heading. And this is where we're going to pause our tale for the evening. Good job, guys.
Yay!
I want to thank our audience for being here tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out and while we played our game and sharing it with you. It was absolutely lovely to have you. I want to thank you, my players, for being here. I hope you guys had fun.
Yes.
Definitely.
So at this time, let's remind people who we are, where they can find us, and let's get the hell out of here.
Greetings, gamers. I am Raph the Mad, and I've been playing Sarek the Blade, the now morose Dragonborn. And I can be found at BLKDragon13000 on Twitter.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, the voices of Nan and Nesmina. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Locke Clark, and I have been Laz, or Lazarian. And you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, the voice of Draft Vitakin. And you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hey there, this is Ames. I was the voice of Brika, and you can find me over on Twitter at LollyGFIFO.
And I'm Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM. And you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. Much like what happened tonight, things get dark and take unexpected turns. But remember, you're not alone. There are people out there to love you. Let them bask in their love and stay in their strength until you're strong enough to be that for someone else. Remember that love and inclusion, these are the torches that light a path to a better tomorrow. Come join us and be torchbearers. And until next time, live a life to make yourself proud. We love you guys.